In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make the juiciest, most delicious Nigerian shawarma you have ever tasted. Without wasting any more time, let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is season and marinate our chicken. And I think the very first point I want to start with is the chicken that is inside here is deboned chicken thighs, not chicken breast. The reason why I recommend that you use chicken thighs as opposed to chicken breast is because this retains a lot more moisture. It takes the seasoning better and it's juicier. I recommend that if you're going to recreate this recipe just like I'm doing, please use chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks. Just debone it, take out the skins and cut it into tiny pieces and you're good to go. So to season this, we're not going to do too much. We're just going to start with Scotch bonnet pepper because we're Nigerian and this is Nigerian shawarma. This with some soya pepper. Now you can make soya pepper at home. If you want me to drop a recipe, let me know in the comment section and I'll do that. Seasoning of choice for today is the Gino pepper chicken. Now mind you want to be careful to not use too much of this. So we're going to go in with our Gino red hot pepper, curry, a dash of thyme, some ginger powder, some garlic powder. We're going to go in with some oyster sauce. The oyster sauce is optional, but if you can, I recommend that you use it. Finally, some chili oil. You can make this at home or you can buy it from a store. This pretty much just helps bind every single ingredient that you have put here. We're going to mix. And you just want to make sure that everything is perfectly combined. Now that our chicken has been nicely seasoned, I'm going to set this aside while I prep the veggies for the shawarma. Nigerian shawarma doesn't require too many veggies. I'm going to be using cabbage, purple cabbage and some carrots, and that's pretty much it. We're keeping it as simple as possible so it's affordable for you to recreate. To cut your cabbage, honestly, I like to cut it like I'm making my Nigerian salad. So it's kind of like you're making coleslaw. Do you get me? For the carrots, we're going to be using the grater for it, and you can either opt for this size, this part, or this part. Today I'm going to be using this part because I don't want the carrots to be too tiny. I'm just going to do that. Very quick, very easy, no stress. So our carrots ready now. I have here some parsley. This is very, very optional. You don't have to, but I recommend you can just try it. So we're just going to drop some leaves. Okay, so now that that's done, we're just going to give this a mix so everything is well combined. I'm going to pop it in the fridge while I work on the chicken and also prep the cream that we'll be using for this shawarma. So to make the chicken in a heated pan, you're going to put some oil. So we'll go in. That isn't this too much oil? The reason why I have this much oil in it is because I want the chicken to cook and fry in this same, like in one go. And I'm also going to be using this oil to fry the sausage that is going to go into the shawarma. Okay? Are you hearing the smell? Baci, if you taste this chicken, you go believe, you go confirm. I'm making shawarma, so we don't speak language when we're making shawarma. So what we're actually doing now is we are frying the chicken. What that means is because the chicken has a lot of like liquid in it, it cooks first and then it begins to fry. Repeat after me. We are frying the chicken.
We are frying it.
Fantastic. So we've cooked it, now we are frying it, and you would see that there's no longer liquid inside the pan. It's just oil. And it's that oil that is going to fry the chicken. For that, I'm going to introduce my chopped onions. This is optional. If you don't like onions, please feel free to skip this step, okay? So we're not exactly trying to overcook the onions. We just want to soften it up a little bit. And because the chicken was so well seasoned, that seasoning is also going to take to the onions as well. And it just adds another layer of flavor. So the onions is still supposed to have like a crunch to it when we take it out. divine. Now that that's out of the way, I would go in with my sausage. So yeah, this sausage, you can see that it's starting to puff up ever so slightly. I don't want this to be all the way puffy yet because it's still going to be going into the shawarma. To make the cream that we'll use for the shawarma, we're going to start with Bama shawarma base mix. And I mean, before now, I used to use just the normal Bama, but since I started using the shawarma mix, it already has ketchup in it and it's slightly spicy and it's sweetened as well. So it just sort of cuts down the number of ingredients I need to use to make my base mix. There is some garlic powder with some ginger powder of my red hot pepper, little bit of sugar, and I'll explain why in a bit. So I'm going to add some lemon, and I added the sugar so that it balances it out. If you don't have lemon, you can also use apple cider. And I'm also going to go in with some sweetened heavy cream. You can use just regular heavy cream and mix that with some honey, but I don't have honey, that's why I opted for sweetened heavy cream. And now that we have all this, I'm also going to go in with a bit of mozzarella cheese. So please, don't panic. If you don't have all this, you can actually remix this and sort of mix it, do it your own way. I'm just showing you how I make mine so that you can try it, and if you like it, you can port to my own recipe. But you can mix your cream, you know, any way that works for you, okay? Please, the cheese as well, it is highly, in fact, that's the most optional thing in this recipe. To assemble your shawarma, you can do it different ways. You can choose to put your chicken inside the coleslaw and mix it all together with the cream, or mix the coleslaw with the cream and then put the chicken and the sausage separately. Now I am going to be mixing the cream and the coleslaw and putting the chicken separately so that I can see how much chicken goes into. That way, like, you're in control of how much chicken goes into the shawarma, okay? In with our cream. You decide how creamy you want this to be, okay? Give this a mix. This is the fun part. I have my shawarma breads here, and I'm going to start by opening it up. And can you see this, where this part comes together? That's where you want to. So you're going to do like that, just like so. See how careful I am so that I don't rip it. So now that I have this, we have two pockets, but this one seems to be smaller and it already has some dents on it. So this one that has the dents on it is going to be on top. The one that is all clear and smooth and nice, that is what's going to make the base. Go in with remember, I told you I wanted to be in control of how much chicken goes into my shawarma. My sausage, cheese, and this is mozzarella cheese. But remember, I said that this is the most optional part of this whole recipe. I have to use cheese, okay? Just add just a bit tricky, but just follow me. You first secure the edges, right? You see that I've secured the edges, and then you fold. See why I'm using a glove? Because you're going to use your hands to protect your investments. And then you go like that. Please, mind you, you want to be very, like, you want to hold this, you want to be tight with it, okay? Do not be scared. You want to be tight with it, all right? And there you have it. So make sure that you secure the edges. Can you see the edge? Can you see this edge? so your shawarma is well secured. All right, so I'm going to do a second wrap, and then I'll proceed to showing you how to grill it on a pan. Okay, so now to grill the shawarma, I'm doing this especially for those of us that don't have a panini press. You just need a grill pan. Even a flat pan can work. I opted for this pan because of these lines, and then I'm just going to butter this pan. Okay, if you don't have butter, you can use regular vegetable oil, or you can go dry. Like you don't have to moisturize the pan. Take our first one, second one. Now it's important that you do this because this also helps you to bind the shawarma bread together, okay? And it kind of also gives it like a crispy, edge, which improves the enjoyment. Okay, so we're going to flip the first one. So can you hear that? So we're going to flip the second one. So I'm going to try to do this on all fours so I can get that, grill mark on every side, okay? Point, our shawarma is ready. If you want it to be crunchier, you can honestly just keep flipping it around like this. Okay. So there you have it. Our shawarma is ready, nicely secured, perfect, crunchy. And you noticed I didn't use any fancy gadgets to make this. I made my chicken in a pan. I grilled the shawarma in a pan. And if you don't have a grill pan that has these lines, you can also use a flat pan that has no lines. That also works. This is honestly just for appearance. It's just for effigy. Now I'm going to cut into this in a bit. I hope that you guys will try this recipe because I promise you it's absolutely amazing. If you have any questions whatsoever, you already know what to do. Ask me in the comment section. If there's anything you want me to show you how to make, let me know in the comment section as well. And if you want to learn this and 170 other amazing recipes, you definitely want to click on the link in my bio to register for my upcoming Home to Pro Christmas menu online cooking class. Was this helpful?